Hello, I'm Kelly and welcome to my Flosstube channel, Animal Instinct. It's Thursday, the 17th of October 2024. I have the day off work and I'm coming to you today with a kit parade. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you're all well and I hope you are enjoying your stitching. Thank you very much to all of my existing subscribers and welcome if you're new. I've been asked to do a video like this several times over the years and I've kind of always just put it off. I thought it was too hard, but I have been doing some organising and I have, I think, the vast majority of my unstarted kits all around at the moment. And so I thought it's a good time to go through them and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in all these piles. I've been stitching for a long time and I've been collecting stitchy supplies, including cross-stitch kits, for a very long time. I have like a range where I've bought a lot of them brand new. I've found them on places like Stash Unload. I've found them going cheap through the Embroidery Guild, and I've also been fortunate enough to be gifted some as well. So there's a whole range here. I do really enjoy stitching kits, and by kit, for me in this context anyway, I'm talking about where you purchase all in one. So you get the pattern, the fabric and the threads. You usually have a needle too. You've pretty much got everything ready to go. If it's got beads, it'll come with beads and a beading needle as well. So I'm not talking about kits where you've bought a pattern and then you've kitted it up yourself by buying fabric and getting threads for it. That's not what I'm going to share today. This is all kits that come pre-packaged, ready to go. I've kind of roughly grouped them into by company, but I haven't had a really close look at everything, so I'm quite excited to see what's in here. I'm sure there'll be some I've totally forgotten about. I love kit parades, I love whip parades, any sort of cross-stitch parade I'm here for. So I hope that you enjoy it. I'd be interested to know if you have a favourite kit amongst all of these. Let me know in the comments. If there's a real standout, I might consider a new start in the near future. We'll see. I have plenty of other cross-stitch projects underway. If you've been watching me, you know, including lots of kits as well. So I'm in no rush to really start, but you know, I could be very easily tempted. Okay, so just trying to work out best way to attack this. I've also got Reggie, my cat, hanging around. He loves plastic, and I have to be careful. I can't really have anything plastic out, otherwise he chews on it. I'm sure I'll find kits with little Reggie love bites in packaging today. So if I'm kind of looking around, I'm just keeping an eye on him. I've got a box ready to put things in that I've shown you, and he had claimed that box and he was not getting out, but he has, now he's on the prowl, so we'll see how we go. Let's start with Mill Hill. I'm not going to get them out of their packaging, I don't think. We'll just see how we go, but yeah, there's probably going to be rustling and glare, but that's okay. So the first one is a Mill Hill charmed ornament called Vintage Sleigh. This was a gift from a friend. And we are coming into Christmas, but I don't think I'm going to start it just yet. But it's really beautiful. And she suggested I could potentially add a second cat for both of my cats. So we'll see if I can figure out how to do that. Next one is a coffee themed Mill Hill, and I do have a few of these. Love my coffee. This one is from Autumn Harvest collection, and it is called To Go, and it's just a teeny weeny little one. Finished size is 2.25 by 3.25 inches, so just little, and I love the colours. A lot of purples there. So that should be, I think that should be a relatively quick one. Then I've got some buttons and beads. So first of all, I have Moonstruck. This is from Autumn series. And I think it's just beautiful. If you know me, you know I am partial to a cat in cross stitch. Love the colours. Look at the threads and the beads. They're just so beautiful. Next one is from the Winter series, Buttons and Beads, and it's Aurora Borealis. I did see the Northern Lights in Alaska a few years back, although there was everything was frozen, it was in winter, but it was absolutely stunning. So look forward to doing that eventually. Next one is another coffee one. Jo from Belushi Stitches has recently finished this and it looks fantastic. I am a sucker for a cappuccino. I start every day with one without fail. I don't know what I'd do if I missed my morning coffee. What's this one? Again, lots of beautiful colours and the charm there, or the button, I guess. Yeah. Next up, I was really inspired. I saw a friend showed me this one and I just fell in love with it. But then I had trouble locating it to buy on its own. And I've just realised it's part of a trilogy, so there's probably a reason why you couldn't get it on its own and I had to get all three. But this is the one that I first saw and it's got a sticker in a very annoying spot. But anyway, this is Essence. And I just love that that little cat is behind the ghost, but you can still see it because it's see-through. That's great. Along with Essence came Ellis. And Eerie. Then I can't help love a good series, like many of us. Again, a friend showed me these, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone stitching on them, but they're Jim Shaw, and it's playing cards. So I've got all four of them. Here's the ace. And queen, oops. Jack. And king. So these look like the other Mill Hill kits that I've shown with the threads and the beads, but they actually come with Aida, not perforated paper. You can see just, yeah. Don't think I've ever seen anyone working on these, but I think they're great. I have one more Mill Hill and it's from Sticks. I'm not sure, maybe it talks about Sticks on the back. Maybe it's a known brand in America. I'm not really sure. I've never heard of it though. But anyway, this is quite large and it's another coffee one. It's called Coffee First. This is on perforated paper. Finish size 7 by 7 inches. That's the threads, some beads. And just to compare to the buttons and beads, it's a lot bigger. fun in there. All right, next I've got 2 Bothy thread kits in a series again. Can't help myself. These are so beautiful. So this is from the Menagerie, and the first one is called Paradise. Look at that. So it comes with printed Ada, and you stitch the bird on the pre-printed Ada, which I think is 14 count. And I just think it's beautiful. Comes all kitted, and you can get a glimpse of that printed Ada here. And the other one I have is Illusion. Again, same kind of idea. Ah, so nice. And again, you can see some beautiful colours, but you can get a glimpse of the printed Ada. So yeah, oh, love them. Love them. All right, my next pile are dimensions. Let's just carry on. First up is a little one called Black Moon Cat by Tina LaBoy. And it's on 14 count black Ada. It's only small. It could be a potential future spooky start maybe. There's not many colours. And it looks like there's a lot of half stitch. So that could be a fairly quick stitch. Look at the moon, it's so pretty. Alright, this is another dimension, so this is just like plain normal dimensions. This one's pretty old, it's from 1999 and it's called Peaceful Silhouette by James Hemsworth, and I can't really remember how I got this one. I'm not sure if I've stitched this, but yeah, it's quite a lovely scene. It comes with 14 count beige Ada. You can see everything there. It's an older one, so you sort your colours out yourself. Then there's going to be a few cats today, just warning you. Frederick the Literate by Charles Wysocki. Classic. It comes with 14 count black Ada. Oh, that glare. Love that. Very sweet. Another popular one is Victorian Charm. Lots of people have this or are stitching this or have stitched this. I have not started. I've had a lot of these for ages, just haven't got around to starting it. I think it's really pretty. This one's on 18 count navy Ada. Next one, oh, it's not actually, this one doesn't fit in this category, but I'm going with it because it was next in the pile. It's actually Disney. This one was on clearance at Spotlight, going out cheap. Couldn't help myself. And it's Stormtrooper. And it's in a really fancy project bag. I must have maybe made a tiny start on it, perhaps. Can't remember. Some of these I have put in like 10 stitches and then decided, hang on, you've got enough on the go, come back to it when you really want to focus on it. So there's a few that are like partially started, but I'm calling them unstarted. Next one is a sunset cross stitch kit. So Sunset is I think the company that Dimensions used to be known as. Is there a date? Can't easily see a date. Oh, hang on, 2001. There we go. And it is Garden Gate. Oh, there you go. This is one of the ones I picked up at the Embroidery Guild, and it was $8, so it couldn't go past that. It's quite pretty. Not high on my list to get to, but yeah. One day. It's on 14 count Ada. Again, you sort out the massive thread yourself, which isn't too hard. Okay, now I have one Dimensions Gold Collection Petite. Can't remember when I got this. It would have been a while ago. And it's Overlook Cafe. So small but highly detailed. And it's on 18 count white Ada. It's a newer one because it's got the threads on the cards. In fact, yeah, it looks like the kit was made in 2019, but maybe the original pattern is from 2011. Okay, now I have a couple of, or three, I think, three gold collection, Dimensions Gold Collection. First up is Twilight Bridge by Richard Burns. Just a beautiful scene. Oh, the glare, you're just gonna have to go with it. I need that light on. Anyway, beautiful scene. Really pretty. Look forward to stitching this one day. It is on 18 count ivory Ada with the pre-sorted threads. Have I been into it? Oh no, I haven't opened that one. It looks like I've had a go. No, I haven't. Unopened. Another Northern Lights one, gold collection again. Northern Night. This one's by Abraham Hunter. Again, just beautiful. This one's on a light blue Ada. Looks like, oh, it's 16 count. Sorry, it's grey. And lucky last. Whoa, this one is this is a bit of a mess. And I mentioned Reggie Love Bites, I think. Did I mention Reggie Love Bites? Reggie likes plastic, so that's the kind of thing he'll do if he can get access to it. He's sleeping over there, but I don't really trust him. So I don't know if you saw which pattern this is, but it is Gold Collection, another classic, Maggie the Messmaker, again by Charles Wysocki. Cat in a craft room. I mean, what can't you love about that? Oh. I'm gonna see if we can handle that light going off. So this one is on 18 count beige Ada. I got this, this one I've had for years, and I must have been trying out these contraptions because I've loaded all the threads onto one of these and I've just written the code next to it. Probably would have helped if I wrote the symbol too. Anyway, looks like I'm all ready to go. I haven't started, but I'm all ready to go. Yeah, I don't use this kind of thing. And I don't think I've even tried. Like, I must have bought them and had all good intentions, but yeah. Anyway, I'll let you know how I get on whenever I do get around to starting that one. All right, next up, I've actually got 3 Teresa Wentzler kits. 2 of them are from Just Cross Stitch, and yeah, the other is just a kit. These are really old. The first one was a gift from a colleague who found out I like cross stitch, and she had this. I think someone had given her this, or it was her auntie's or something like that. Just trying to find out when it's from. 1995. And this is called Fruit and Floral Wreath 2. It's, look how the look how the threads come. Oh, how can I show you? First of all, we have this lovely mess, but the threads are on these. It's really fragile. The threads the threads are on thread cards. So this is like number 6, and it's literally paper. And like hole punch thingies, and like they could easily tear. And look how long the threads are. Really long. And there's 6 of them. And the fabric, I don't know if this is right, because it's tiny. I would, if I stitch this, I'm not sure if I'll get to it. Actually, it's got a rusty needle in it too. Yep, great. I would definitely get some new fabric, but that's like all of this for that. I think maybe the person who had the kit cut it and used it for something else. There is a tiny start on it, which you probably can't even see. And yeah, that needle's rusty, and it's rusted onto the fabric. Anyway, I'm not sure when I'll get to that, if I'll get to that one. I probably prefer the other 2 Teresa Wentzlers that I have. So let me show you those. First one is, I think it is easier if I get this out. Harvest Sampler. I think this one is absolutely beautiful, and I'm very keen to stitch this one. I think this is from 95, and again it says just cross stitch kits. I found this one on Stash Unload. I just think it's beautiful. And it's stitched on, let's have a look. It's 28 count casual linen, I think. And it's, as well as all the threads, this one has beads. So yes. And I got this a long time ago. Long time ago. It also had the threads on those pieces of paper. But I transferred them all to little bags. So that one, and then the third one I found again at the Embroidery Guild, and like there's a, well, first I'll show you. It's called Brilliant Plumage. Check that out. There is a price tag from whoever bought it originally in Sydney at Tapestry Craft, and they paid $89.90 Australian, and I got it for $8. It's on 14 count Aida, and yeah, it has everything in there. So yeah, one day. Okay, oh, there's so many. Right, let's go on to some Russian, Eastern European type kits. I got a lot of these in 2019, 2020-ish. And I don't think I've really worked on many at all. But anyway, I've got a nice little collection here. So first we'll start with Panna. This is you could do this as a cushion as they've shown it, or just as a normal framed piece. It's called Vintage Peony and it's so nice. Look at that, so pretty. It's on 16 count Ada, and you can't really see, but yeah, it comes with all the threads on cards and everything, so really easy. It's beautiful. I also have this one, it's like a vintage, it's called, can't see any English, but it's like a vintage looking, well, it looks like, it reminds me of the 1970s, those colours, the browns and oranges, but a really cool cushion, owl cushion. And this one is on 11 count Ada. Haven't stitched on that for years. But yeah, I'd love to get this done one day. This is another one. I remember this one because if you're buying something from the other side of the world, you've got to make the postage worthwhile, don't you? So I used to get a few things in one hit to try and like get the best bang for buck when it came to postage. And I remember this one was really cheap. It was about $10. And some days I love it, other days I'm like, I'm not sure. But it is, it's a bit dull, but I think it's okay. It's called Anemone Bunch. Another Panna kit. Oh, it's looking a bit brighter through the camera. It's not quite that bright, the picture, but it's very pretty. That one looks like it is on, I'm not sure. It could be 11 count Ada or it might be 14, I'm not sure. But you can see so, an Anemone Bunch. And this last one was very popular back, was it 2020, 2019? I can't remember, lots of people got this working on it. Another Panna kit, and it's the Christmas Mousse. And the smoke coming out of the chimneys is cotton that you place on there. It's really cool. This one is in another fancy project bag with Reggie Love Bites. There, so you can see why I just have to keep everything out of reach. I think most of this happened when he was a kitten, but he'll still have a go if he can. Just get some of the bits out. So, oh, this is one of those ones where I've put like 5 stitches in. Here's my start. Anyway, so it's on that brown Ada. And these are the threads. And that's the stuff for the smoke. So that's going to be fun one day. Next I have some Riola skits. And again, I bought these all at the same time. I think I used to get them from mybobbin.com long time ago now. This one is, and again, yeah, I used to just pick interesting, weird things to try because I like to try new things. This one's a watermelon pin cushiony thing. So you make it into the 3D chunk of watermelon, which is pretty neat. Looks like 14 count Ada, and it comes with So fabric and then the threads, and it even comes with some stuffing. Next is, oh gosh. This is hedgehogs. Just a cute little pattern. It's on, and again, I've made a tiny start on this. This looks like, oh, it's 14 count flax Aida. And there are the threads. The next one, I can't see what it's called, but it's like, I'll call it golden biscornu. Very pretty with beads, and it comes with everything. Fabric, threads, beads, and even stuffing for the biscornu, which is pretty neat. So, golden biscornu. And then I have a bigger piece, and I really love this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Not really sure why I haven't stitched this one yet. And it is the Underwater Kingdom. Just love it. Here are all the threads. There are a lot, like a lot. Beautiful colours. Be interesting to see how it is to stitch with these threads, because they're, what are they? Come on, Kelly. They're like wool acrylic or something. Oh, here. Yeah, wool acrylic thread. It's on 14 count Aida, which I have. Oh, look, another start. Have a look at this start. I have zigzagged around the edge of the fabric, and I've made a huge start. And it looks like the pattern, this I'll find challenging. The pattern is colour. All right, this next one is a more recent purchase. I've had it for, I don't know, a year or more. It also has some Reggie cloth lights, and it's quite funny because this one is basically Reggie. Anyway, it's an RTO kit. I found out about these kits from Laura from I Stitch Birds, and she was working on one of them, I think. Is that how I think, because I met her at one of the Vic Stitches retreats. I'm pretty sure that's when she showed me. And I went looking, and I had to get this one because it's Reggie. It's called Heartbreaker. How fun. Oh, I love it so much. It's so quirky. So yeah, it's an RTO kit. It's, looks like it's on 14 count Aida. Threads. And, oh look, I've made a start. I don't know why I do this. Why do I put 10 stitches into something and move on? Anyway, I just think that is brilliant. heartbreaker. Okay, now we're going to move into sort of some random ones where I've got like one or two from, I think one from each sort of company. So the first one, I am breaking my own rules because this didn't come as a kit. It came as a pattern and I bought the fabric and threads. But in my mind it is a kit. I actually got this when I was in America back in 2018 at a real local needlework store in Texas, and the lovely ladies in the shop kitted it up for me. So this is the one exception. But it's, oh gosh, cannot trust that cat. It's got more of his love bites. Anyway, it is Glendon Place and it's called Hungarian Folk Art No. 1. It's kind of a bit different to my normal style, but I saw it there and I just loved it. And yeah, it's very pretty. And this is it. So yeah, Glendon Place, Hungarian Folk Art No. 1. And I've got everything I need. DMC, looks like a 28 count even weave and a whole pile of beads. Next one is a Design Works piece, Seen Better Days. I remember I showed this when I first got it. I found this on Stash Unload, nice and cheap, can't go fast, good bargain. And it's called Call of the Wild. And check out the threads. Whoa, that's going to take a while to sort out. Oh my gosh. Anyway, one day, and it's stitched on just 14 count white Aida. Okay, a couple more in this kind of section. This one I'm doing as a gift, and it is a Michael Powell kit, one of his, I guess, bookmarks, and it's the Greek Island bookmark. And guess what? I've made a very tiny start on it. So that is the stitched area, and I've done a little bit of white right in the middle. You can't even see it. It's very pretty, and it looks like it comes with others. Venice, Spanish Hill Town, and Misty Hill Town. And these other threads. Oh, this is a fun one. This one is called Vlad the Vampire Bat from Crafty Like a Fox, which is an Australian company. This is really fun. So this is it. This is it. Cannot speak. And these are little wooden pieces with a few little extras, little skull, and you literally just stitch in here. But it comes with, oh, I haven't looked at this in so long. This is so much fun. It comes with a cute little, I mean, you could do whatever you like, but these are the included threads, and you can see her logo. How cute's that? So it's Crafty Like a Fox. And it even comes, oh, that's just so nice. It comes with an envelope. needle and some finishing twine as well. Really well presented, put together, and some different suggestions on how you might like to stitch it. I won't show you the pattern, but yeah, she's given you all sorts of, so you can do your own thing. But yeah, how cute is he? The lad. Right, I think this is the last one in this little section. This one is a kit I bought. On Etsy. Just trying to see if I can find a date. $2021. Do I have the designer name? This is from Russia, so you probably can't buy it like this anymore, although potentially she might sell patterns on Etsy, I'm not sure, and I can't even see the company name, so it's not very helpful, is it? Anyway, this is the pattern. Just beautiful. And then it actually came, I've shown this before, it came like really nicely packaged. And it's on 20, I think it's 27 count white even weave with DMC. So yeah, that's a fun one, and I really would like to stitch that one for my mum. Just found one more that was hiding. This one is Shambles from Dale's Designs, or perhaps Derwent Water Designs. Shambles. And it looks like this was bought in York, in England, from the art shop. I reckon this was probably a gift from my mum. And I will... Oh, it looks like I've maybe put the threads on to a card, but I don't think I'll start this until I finish the other one she gifted me, which is the Welsh Castle. So when that one's finished, I'll have to stitch Shambles. My battery conveniently died on me, so I've taken the opportunity to put all of that stuff away, make myself another coffee. It's a 2 coffee kind of day. And ready to crack on. I've got one last little section before we get on to my GeckoRouge pretties, which are just here. My lovely auntie Josie had a bit of a de-stash of her old cross-stitch stuff. Oh my gosh, it must have been at least a year ago, possibly 2. And she kindly gifted me a whole pile of stuff. I haven't got it all here. There's quite a lot. And I'll just show you a little selection of what she's given to me. A lot of it is a bit dated, so I probably won't stitch many of them. And in fact, I've already stitched some of them like back in the 90s. But there's definitely one I'd like to stitch, and maybe some others. So let's have a little look. The first couple are Juniper Designs, and I know for a fact I stitched this one back in well, it says copyright 1988. I would have stitched it in, I reckon, 92, maybe 93. And it's Green Terrace, so it's a series of houses. I was about to say it comes with everything, but it doesn't look like... It's a good thing I've stitched this one. It's missing the pattern. It's probably in the bag with all the rest of the stuff though. But yeah, it's cute. It should have everything you need. I don't need to stitch this one again. I've already done it. And another Juniper Designs. I stitched quite a lot of these. I reckon I was like, it was early to mid high school. It's funny like what you remember. We used to go down to Mount Gambier after Christmas, like in summer holidays, to catch up with friends because my parents used to live down there, and I would do a swimming competition there each year. And I can remember working on Juniper Designs houses. Weird. And that would have been, yeah, early to mid 90s, I think. This is another one called Blue Lace. And yeah, it's got everything you need. Josie was clearly into her houses. There's a couple of little kits here. They're pretty cute, these ones. I reckon might do these eventually. They are Allura Design miniatures and they're more Australian houses. So this one is the cottage. And it looks like it's on 18 count Ada, I think. Maybe 16. And the terrace. So same, just a little tiny little project. Then she's got two of these cottage magnet kits from Cross My Heart, American. 1993. So I have two. One is all packaged up, one's been opened, so I can show you what comes in it. This one is Hanwell Cottage. And it's all like wrapped up tightly. And then the other one is Hampshire Cottage. And I was trying to work this out before, like it comes with, you know, threads, comes with everything you need. It's a kit, clearly. Oops. Teeny bit of Ada and really interesting thread. Which doesn't say what they are. There's no markings. I'm sure you can figure it out though if you really wanted to. But the part I was trying to work out is this thing. So this is a piece of card, but it's sticky on one side if you peel that off. So I think you finish your stitching, stick it on there, and then like feed it in. Oh, I can't do that backwards, hang on. Feed it in there, this like, and it's got a magnet. It's a bit weird, but I'm kind of curious to give it a go. So you never know, you never know. And then the one that I'm quite keen to stitch eventually, this has probably seen better days, this kit, but it's fine. It's called Colin Grove. So it's a homestead from South Australia, historic homestead. And it was a series that Australia Post put out. I don't know when, I can't find a date on this. But it says, released by Australia Post in the form of pre-stamped envelopes depicting Australian historic homesteads. And Colin Grove is in the Barossa Valley, which some of you may be familiar with. It's a very well-known wine region here in South Australia. And the house was finished, I think it said in 1854. So comes with your fabric. which is a 18 count Ada. It comes with a shade sorter, but it's a do-it-yourself. So you get the pile of threads and you figure out where they go. And it's got one of these fantastic old hand-drawn patterns, which I can show you because you're not going to be able to steal it from that, but yeah. So I would like to stitch Colin Grove eventually. Okay, now on to GeckoRouge. I always mention GeckoRouge. I always have several of their kits on the go. They were the first company I came across after a big long break from cross stitch when I googled modern cross stitch, and basically I've never looked back. So I'm just showing you the kits I have in my stash that I haven't started. One day I might just do a GeckoRouge like video and just show you everything I have, all in one spot maybe. But today it's the things that I haven't started. So like I said, I used to be in their gold club, and that was a good reasonably economical way to acquire their kits, because you put money towards it every month, and then you got a voucher with the amount that you'd already paid. But you also got, I think I used to get 20% off, but I don't think that's kind of in existence really anymore. Not in that same way. I still do get the odd kit from them, but yeah, I don't buy, in general, I don't buy much extra stuff these days. Not quite as much as what I used to when I was first beginning my collection, shall we say. When I pulled out this box with the kits in it, I actually found cover pages for the ones that I've actually finished. So I thought I'd quickly show you them to show that, yes, I have plenty of kits in my stash, but I also do get through them. They used to all come in just wrapped like plastic bags, and most of them are. I've tried to pull out the cover sheets to reduce the amount of crackling noise. Lately they have been offering gift boxes as well, and I do have a couple of those, so I can sort of show you how they come. But I'll just quickly show you. I should have just got the finishes, but wasn't that organised. But I've finished Anita Inverary's Wiggles. So you always get a nice piece of cardstock with the pattern and the image, sorry, and all the details as well. So by Anita Inverary. So cute, I love Wiggles. Next one is Unicorn by Miss Cherry Martini. I stitched this one for my niece Ava, and I'm so chuffed she's still got it up in her room, so she's not too cool for it. Yeah, I think she had a redo of her bedroom recently, and I was a little hesitant to poke my head in there, but I was very happy to see it still up on the wall. Pride of place. Then of course Lorna Lane's Bee, which is framed. Lorna Lane's Raven. So I'm currently stitching the Black Cat in this same series, and I have a third one to show you shortly. This is a brilliant one. I loved stitching this. Mugshot of a cat fell and arrested while attempting a New York bank heist by Tanya Bond. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Story time. This was a really lovely stitch. Enjoyed doing this one. And Gabrielle. This was a freebie in one of the mystery kits from, I can't remember which one, but Gabrielle is done too. All right, so these aren't in any particular order. I can't quite remember what order I got them in. Probably doesn't really matter. The newer ones are definitely last, but let's just have a look, see what's here. If I could get myself organised, hang on. Okay. First one is the Cheshire Cat from Medusa Doll Maker. I'll let you know if I know for sure if they are available or not, but I don't know for all of them. But this one is no longer available on GeckoRouge. I think you can get some of Medusa Doll Maker's patterns from Thread Geeks now. But how great is that? I love it. Ugh. So this is one of the older ones I have. Paper pattern. I do have all the patterns also as PDFs though. So I much prefer to work off a PDF. But again, it tells you the finished size depending which count you use, how many colours, and the stitching dimensions. I bought this one to go on 25 count 1/1 full cross. And the colours, oh, there's something about them. They're really like soft and calm. Beautiful. So yeah, the threads come in these little cards, and it's always a needle. I've stolen that needle, and yeah. I just snip the loops at the end, which I haven't done in this kit yet because I haven't started it. Well, I've snipped some by the looks of it. And then I just tease out one strand at a time. And it looks like there is extra yellow in there too. This one was I think they started doing like mystery themed kits. I think it was, yeah, 2018 Halloween. I've got that one coming. But this was the Gecko Ho Ho Ho, so the end of year Christmas festive themed version. So this was the kit, that's the main kit, and I think that Gabrielle might have come with it as a bonus. This is absolutely beautiful, and I look forward to stitching it one day. It's called Folk Tales, also by Medusa Dollmaker. Love the colours. I love the boots. Makes me think of like getting ready for an adventure, reading, like it's everything. Love it. I'm going to do this one when I get to it on, again, 25 count Lugana. Sorry, Naughty Cat is back. I'll do it 1/1 full cross. You can see the age of this kit by the fabric. They don't use the 20x20 anymore. They use the 10x10 with the grey lines. But again, the colours are just so pretty. Oh, beautiful. Reggie, get out of there. This little fellow drives me crazy sometimes, but I do love him. Next is, this one is retired. It's called Dragonfly Dreams, and it's, sorry, naughty cats. Do not eat the plastic. Sorry, Dragonfly Dreams by Sheila Duffett. Oh, I think it's so nice. Again, I have the paper pattern. Oh, this is an oldie. This is a real oldie. So I think I bought it with 18 count. So 18 count Ada, yeah, because there's so much. Look at the colours again. Oh, so nice. Bit of a mess. Been in storage for too long. I think I bought it with 18 count Ada. Get out of there. And oh my gosh, can't even remember doing this. This is another one of those where I've made a start, but I've also gridded it with Sulky Sliver, that metallic. Look. I have my up arrow. I've made every 10 little crosses, and I've made a tiny little star. I think that's lovely, and I will get to it one day. Okay. Next is Sloth by Eva Claire, I'm not sure. But there it is, that's the artist's name. Very sweet, it's just a small one, 134 by 179 with 60 colours. Again, it's an old 25 count 1/1 full cross. I've actually started it. Forgot about that, and it looks like I was trying 10 stitch. So I wonder, that might just carry on with that. Really lovely colours. I can't remember when I did that. Sloth. Then we have the very first secret kit that they did, and it was October, it was for Halloween 2018. I got that one, and I got the 2018 Ho Ho Ho, and I also got one other mystery kit a few years later. I think it was last year, and I'll get to that in a bit. This is the mystery. So I think nowadays they tell you who the artist is, but to start with they didn't. You just knew it was like Halloween themed. And this is not super my style, but I actually do love it. And I do hope to get to it one day. It's very cool. It's called Lady Death, and it's by Leilani Joy. I have a couple of her kits, at least one, underway already. And this is it. That could be a good spooky October start one year. As you can see, it was the GeckoRouge secret. It's fairly sizable, 250 by 319 stitches, but there's only 35 colours. I'm gonna crinkle, sorry, just to show you the colours and everything. Lots of black, lots of black. So again, back then, 25 count. Ah, again, I've made a ridiculously tiny start. That I can't remember doing, but anyway, there you go, I've started it. But these are the colours. Again, just so nice. DMC colours are just beautiful. Next up is a Thomas Fedro piece called Peaceful Disturbance. I think this is gorgeous. This is potentially one you could do on a hand-dyed fabric because the background is not included. There's 70 colours in it. It's not a big one, 137 by 216 stitches. And just look at the, again, I think I say this every time, love the colours. Thomas Fedro, very distinctive artwork. Love his style. I won't pull it out. I got it on 25 count. And so this was after, I can't remember when I got it, but it was after they changed to the 10 by 10 grids rather than the 20 by 20. And there's those lovely colours. Next up is another Lorna Lane piece. Love Lorna Lane artwork. This one is her flamingo. It's 228 by 331, so it's a decent size. 86 colours, and it's gorgeous. Look at it. I think they've changed the covers. Oh, I've got another one of hers coming up. They've changed them to kind of modernise the artwork, the design now, so they don't look quite like this anymore. although that's obviously the same. And this one was an older kit with the 25 count fabric with the bigger grids plus those lovely colours. Okay, there's not too many to go. Next one is a J Parks piece. So I'm stitching J Parks Firefly and my big cat piece. This is by the same designer, and this one is Police Box, which is just great. I think you can still get this one. 258 by 322, just 55 colours. Yeah, I really like that. Can I show you again? Good old 25 count and all those beautiful blues. Oh. Now I think we've got a little set of Anita embroidery. So I showed you Wiggles before, that worm. Here is another one you could do on a lovely fabric because there's no background, and this is called Kooslik. The Highland cow. I think that's fantastic. Not huge. The stitched area is 226 by 179, but you know, the background isn't stitched. 62 colours. It's got the thistles, so very Scottish. I think Anita is Scottish. Yeah, that's great. So again, I got that on 25 count. And there's the colours. Now I've got a couple of smaller ones from her. These were sold, this is like going back quite a few years now. I think they made up a certain number of kits and you just sold them probably on different fabrics sizes. And when I saw them, there was only like one option left, so I just grabbed them. I think they're, at least this one is on 14 count black Ada, and it is the delightful Frank. Oh, I think he's great. All I've got on here is, well, I guess if it's on 14 count Ada, it's going to be 8.29 by 11.07 inches. Don't have the stitch count. But here are, again, these have been in storage for too long, a bit messy. Here are the colours. And there's the Ada. I think it comes with extra black. Oh, I've got the pattern here. Let me just have a look. Yep, so the pattern has all the black stitched, but because I'm doing it on black Ada, I'll probably leave all of that out. I might do it maybe in there, I'm not sure. Definitely like the eyes and like within Frank himself, I'll stitch the black and then I'll decide on the rest. Oh, isn't he lovely? And the other one in here is from, I guess it's from the same sort of series. This one is also on 14 count black Ada. And it is snowy. So if I stitch it on the black Ada, obviously I'll just leave the background and it'll be like a night scene. Whoops, it'll be a night scene. And that is 8 by 9.5 inches, so a little bit smaller than Frank. Okay, next up is the, it was another one of their mystery kits from, was it from 2023? This one's called the Gecko Amour, and it's like the Valentine's Day kit. I think it was from 2023. I can't remember, doesn't really matter. But my birthday is 2 days before Valentine's Day, so hey, perfect birthday present for me. This one was really fun actually. It came in this fun box. The butterflies there. And it came with other gifts as well as the kit. It had, I know it had a blingy pen and it had some soapy things, some hand cream. It was just really nice. I don't have the cover sheet for this. I'll pop a photo in here, but it's Lorna Lane again, and this piece is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. But also quite large, and I don't have the dimensions on me either, I don't think. It came with a needle minder. Oh, that is the name of the mystery kit. So I think they do these regularly now. And I can't remember. I feel like we probably got told that it was Lorna Lane. So yeah, because I don't think I would have necessarily picked a Valentine's kit normally, but because I knew it was Lorna Lane, I knew that I would like it. This one will be stitched on 25 count. So newer kit with the 10 by 10, but this is large. This is quite large. Anyway, it's fine. Exciting to start Monday. And the colours again, just stunning. Look at them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 cards. There's a lot of white back. But yeah. Oh, no Reggie. Cannot trust this cat. It looks like I do have a paper pattern, but I've also got a PDF as well. So that's that one, and we're really close to the end now. I've got one more kit to show you, and then, well, I've got 3 actually, but one more to show you, and then I'll kind of do like an unboxing of the last 2 because they're new. So I don't know when they started offering the gift boxes as opposed to the plastic wrapping, but now you can get them in really decent boxes if you want. You don't have to though. And I think I got this when they had a sale. They don't have sales very often, and I feel like, yeah, it was this year. And I don't think I've shown it on my Flosstube channel before. But, you know, having a sale is pretty rare. It's gotta go in for that. Anyway, I had not seen this kit before. This image, and when I saw it, I was like, ah, how have I missed that? I love it. It's Australian themed, which is unusual for GeckoRouge because it's, you know, they're in England. But this is Emu by River Peacock. Isn't he, I don't know why I'm thinking it's a he, isn't he amazing? I used to live in Central Australia in Alice Springs, and the sand, the ground is like that red. So they've really got I don't know if River Peacock is Australian, I'm not sure, or the artist behind River Peacock, but they've certainly got the colours spot on. Oh, I think it's so good. So this one is 300 by 300, so it's a square with 76 colours. And I'll do the, oh, anyway, this is how it comes. With a little gecko charm. Quite a few of those in my collection. And oh, that's right. I think they said they were waiting on an order of the normal 25 count, the gridded stuff, and they said if anyone doesn't wants 25 count but doesn't mind if it's not gridded, let us know. And I didn't mind at all, so I've just got plain 25 count. And I'm not going to pull the whole thing out because it's sitting in there quite nicely. Hang on, there's a needle winder. I can't remember if I paid extra for that. I sometimes will get a needle winder, but not always. Anyway, there's the threads, or some of them. You can't see the reds in there. But, oh, so nice. If only you could see down here, I've got a cat actually behaving himself, just sitting there quietly, not being too naughty. Oh, here he comes. Calm down a little bit. All right, last two. I don't know how long this has been going for because I've had some stops and starts, but I feel like this has been quite long. Last two kits in my kit parade. And my most recently acquired kits. Not that long ago, they released a new Lorna Lane piece. You know I love Lorna Lane's artwork. And I had been aware of the artwork for ages, and in my mind I wanted to stitch it if it ever got chartered into cross stitch, and it has. And I was watching Emma X Stitches recently, her latest Flosstube, and she mentioned this piece, and she wasn't sure if it was me or Joe Belushi Stitches who shared with the three of us that the pattern was out. It was not me. I'm innocent. It's all Joe's fault. Anyway, long story short, the three of us have bought the kit and we should be starting it for Mermania next year, I think. So if you like this one and want to start it with some others, that's the plan. So I got this one in the gift box, like the other one. And I got a second kit here, just the old way of doing it too. So I got two at the same time. So I have opened it. It's not a true unboxing. But again, it's wrapped up like that with the little gecko charm. And this is Lorna Lane's Mermaid, and she's just fab. How cool is she? It is 269 by 385. I think fairly sizable. I have put it into Pattern Keeper. I can't remember. That gives you the total stitch count. Can't remember how many stitches there are. There's only 61 colours. Yeah, I just love it. So I mentioned earlier, hang on, how they kind of updated the designs on their cover pages. So the Lorna Lane ones used to come sort of like that, but they look much more appealing now. Yeah. So let's just have another look in here. Open it up, remove the cover sheet. Here is the threads, and there will be a needle in here, and fabric, 25 count, 1/1, and this one came with the needle minder. I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to take all of that out because it's sitting in there nicely. So that can stay in there until May. The other one I got, so I showed, I'd stitched the raven, seeing I've got it here, let me just grab it, stitched the raven, another lawn lane piece. I'm doing the next one, which is the black cat, and I knew there was a third one, and I thought, seeing as I was getting the mermaid, I would chuck in the unicorn as well. These ones are small. I'm doing it on 25 count, so it's 3 by 9.8 inches with 18 colours, and it's the unicorn. Sorry, unicorn, moon and stars. I'm not going to open it up, but yeah, so you can still get them like this without the box, so you still get the little charm, and there's the colours, and again, 25 count, my favourite. That's a lot. I think that's pretty much everything. I know there is another mill hill, a little mill hill somewhere, which hasn't shown itself today. So I presume I've probably got a few others around the place. But that's pretty much my kits. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you may have been inspired, maybe enabled. I'd love to know if you had a favourite that you'd like to see me work on. And like I said, if I get like a lot of the same sort of thing coming up, I might start something. We'll see. If you've got any of those kits and you want to start them, I may be open to a start along, probably not a stitch along because I've got too many other things on the go, but let me know if there's any that you've got and you'd like to start with me. I think that's it for now. So I will be back in another 2 weeks, I guess. Oh, is that right? I'm tired. Yes, 2 weeks, end of the month. It's the middle of the month now. Sorry. 2 more weeks for my end of October stitching update. Until then, thank you so much for watching today and happy stitching. See ya.